Cooking Christmas dinner on our wood-burning cook stove. It's a Kalamazoo President model. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I'm frying corn here. We have in the oven a miniature turkey. In the warming ovens, we've already baked these. This is sweet potatoes here, with pecans, chopped up pecans in it. Over here is green beans sauteed, and we also have carrots, nice carrots. And down here in the oven, let's see if I can get it down low enough here. Down in the oven, we have our Cornish game hen. That's about ready to come out. There it is, with I think you can see a little better there. It's falling apart. It has a dressing around it with water chestnuts and cherries, cornbread, and sourdough dressing. I didn't make you suffer through all of this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about cooking on wood stove while I'm at it here. When you're going to cook like a hot fire, a quick fire, you want to use very small wood. And if you use small wood, you can use even pine or whatever. I try to use oak all the time. Oak does not leave the residue and the soot in the stove like some of the other woods do. Hardwood is the best. If you're going to leave it overnight, which we do here, then you use large pieces of wood and put in there. Another thing also, I can take this lid up here. We leave a pot of water up here. A wood stove kind of dries out the humidity in the house, so that'll kind of replace it a little bit. Here, as you can see, the wood is all the way up here to the top. Didn't mean to do that. Heavy coals. When you want a long fire for heating, you want a lot of heavy coals in there. You don't want to shake. Here's a shaker down here. You don't want to shake them down into the ash pan as much. We'll put another piece of wood in there now. This is almond wood here. And I also have a little fan on top of the stove here. You can see it back there purring along on its own temperature there. It's a heat activated fan. And it circulates the air a little bit. And our fried corn is coming along here. The Kalamazoo President model and Liberty model, you can lift up this whole plate here over here. I'll show you a little bit about that. That plate comes up like that, and you can put a very large, long piece of wood in there. Now, also, you've got a coal chute here where you can put small wood in also. Quail feather there. You don't have to lift anything up at all if you put smaller pieces of wood in there. Like I said, if you want to build a hot fire for cooking or baking, this thing will go up to 500 degrees in the oven pretty easily. You can cook pizza in there like it's supposed to be cooked, and you can cook some cookies and different things that I like them crispy. Some of your wood-burning cook stoves have a shelf on them, a warming shelf. The warming ovens are a lot better. In this warming oven here, it is setting at about 165 degrees most of the time. It's down to about 150 because we open and close it a little bit. I'll show that up there to you also. Pretty hard to get all of this. You have all of this space in here. Put your food warm, you can rice bread in there, whatever. Put it in, you got little shelves out here like this. The Kalamazoo President model is the solid cast iron. If you look in here, that is the solid cast iron oven. It is not sheet metal. The Liberty model, the Puritan models, some of the other models are all sheet metal around the oven, except it's got a plate of cast iron on top of it, about like that. Our little miniature turkey is just about ready to take out of there. Here are some little tricks. You put these on top of the stove, and you can put beans or something up there and it keeps them from burning so much. Here's another one like this. Same thing, that's a little protector too. There. Here's your shaker. There. That, you shake your ashes down right here, down into the ash pan. I just gave it a tiny shake so you can see what it does. Bring this over here and make room for our very beautiful little miniature turkey here. This little, let you see that. Looks like it's going to be just about falling apart right. We'll put that stuff in there also in the warming oven to keep it nice and warm. And there's some around here. A little too hot for me to grab a hold of almost. 170, 80 degrees, I believe. About like real slippery. Those sweet potatoes ought to be good. There we go. We got all of our food in there now. We can put rolls in the oven also and warm them up. Our corn here is coming along. Fried corn, it has butter, a little bit of garlic and salt and pepper on it, and onion, finely chopped onion in there. I'm going to go get the rolls. here in the valley, they usually give the seniors, and we're definitely seniors, little Christmas and Thanksgiving things, and they gave us some rolls here. I usually make these myself. Since I have them, I'm going to use these. We'll put them in the oven. This wood-burning cook stove here, this Kalamazoo, right here is a solid plate. Usually down in here there is a water tank for a hot water heater. Since we don't need that, I've got the solid plate up here, which are very difficult to find. And by the way, down here there are many other plate caps and crickets that you put up on top of the stove. Some of them very high for cooking beans or my 2-day spaghetti sauce. And I had that two-day spaghetti sauce recipe on their sermon audio video, or not video, but the photo album, but they took it all down. The fire is not real hot right now because we've done our cooking, and I haven't really made it blazing hot. The water is still steaming. To bring up the humidity in here, sometimes in this place we got wood floors in here, and it'll shock you when you touch a doorknob or something. So you have to keep the humidity up about 15 or 20%, hopefully. Looks like our fried corn is ready. I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to take the turkey out here, a little miniature turkey, which the Cornish game in. The pot is boiling. There's our little miniature turkey right there. It should fall apart. This is perfect. I'll get it up there for now. Hope it's in the warming oven. Go get some pincers and knife to cut up the turkey. Spoon for the dressing. Let's see if this turkey, miniature turkey, the little Cornish game hen, going to fall apart. There it comes. It falls apart. Beautiful. Cooked on a wood-burning cook stove. Or any one, actually. Wishbone right there. Tiny little wishbone. Our green beans, casserole, sweet potatoes over there with pecans. Now, we'll put the turkey up there. We also got the carrots, cornbread, sourdough bread, cherries, water chestnuts, celery, all that in this wonderful blue dressing we have here. Right, there we are. A little bit too hot to handle still. I'm going to take that out of there. That here. Our steamed and sauteed carrots. Green bean casserole. I just brought enough out here to warm up for turkey, miniature turkey that is. There is our sweet potatoes with butter, brown sugar, and topped with chopped pecans off of our farm in Old River. We'll be serving this up in just a few minutes. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Again, I'm hoping I'm teaching a lot about this. When you get ready to shake your ashes down. Now, in the wintertime up here, it was like 25 last night. So we leave the wood stove going all day long. In the daytime, we let it fall down to where it's running about 200 in the oven, and just keep enough big wood in there, and don't try to make a hot fire with it. We let the ashes build up so it doesn't breathe so much, and keep our damper shut to where it goes around the oven, and that we get a lot of heat that way. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope that you wood-burning cook stove people out there are enjoying these videos.